Okay, let's see. We've got some sound here. We've got sound. Any sound? Have we got sound? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear what I'm saying? Can anybody hear me up there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Loud and clear. Good. Fantastic. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Thank you for joining us. And here we go. Good evening, Eve. Lots has been going on. First of all, got to give a shout out to my boy, Asgata here, who is doing some great stuff at the moment. It's great to finally meet up with Asgar after all these years. It was great to meet you, my friend. Lots of boxing talk. Had a great time, and we should do it more often. So that was fantastic. Okay, so now there's a lot of videos I should be doing, but I'm going to pick and choose about these videos I'm doing. And the first video I'm going to talk about tonight, the first thing I'm going to talk about is, as we know, Andrew Ruiz and Anthony Joshua have that great rematch that everyone's looking forward to shortly. So I was actually losing interest in the whole thing because I don't think my mind has changed on how I think the rematch will go. But I watched the video the first time of Andrew Ruiz doing his public workout. So I watched it the first time. I'm like, okay. It was a short clip of him hitting the of his Manny Rubles, and he was hitting the pad. I said, right. Then I watched it again. Then I watched it the third time. And I'm thinking to myself, is it deliberate what he's doing here, or is it accidental? Because I know obviously a lot of people out there are probably saying, oh, he's not up for the fight. It was a fluke. Some people say, it was some people even going out in the world saying that the fight was fixed. Anyway. So I know that Andy Ruiz really still hasn't been given all the credit in the world he deserved from the first fight. Well, anyway, so I'm watching this guy, Andrew Ruiz, this short clip. And this guy, between him and his trainer, they have mimicked Anthony Joshua's movement. You watch him on the pads carefully. First time you think it's just him hitting the pad, bam, bam, bam. And he's hitting with lots of power, vicious, fast combinations, and then working a specific combo. But then if you go back and watch the tape again, you'll watch, and if you watch Anthony Joshua, as I've always said, fighters fight in patterns. They for the most part, they fight in patterns. You can time them, and they've got idiosyncrasies about them. If you watch Joshua, he's a lot of this stuff, almost like Bruno. Bruno used to do a lot as well, that stuff. And if you watch Joshua, he does this stuff with his shoulders. He does this stuff. You watch him bouncing like this. You watch him bounce. You watch Ruiz when he's coming in. He's actually timing. It's almost like he's got into the same rhythm as Joshua. As you know how Joshua moves around like this. Watch Andrew Ruiz on the pads. He's actually looking for that bounce. That's how Joshua moves. You watch Joshua in his Joshua in his pad work. Bam, bam. That's how Joshua moves. I call it the Joshua jig. Evander Holyfield, when he used to box, when he was at his best, he used to box with a jig. That was the Holyfield jig. He'd do that. Holyfield would jig with you. He would jig when he. But you watch Ruiz. You watch Joshua, and he's, he does this a lot. And if you watch what Ruiz is doing, he's actually working with the jig and then coming in. If that's the case, and Ruiz has actually got Joshua's body and his movement to T, he is in big, big, big trouble, because that's what he's been doing since an amateur, that stuff. And he turned a pro and does that same stuff again. So when you've got a man timed like that, no matter what Joshua does after that, he's still within 6 months, within that period of time between the first fight and the second fight, that you're not going to get rid of. You ain't going to get rid of that. That's ingrained in you from the amateurs to the pro. And you doing this jig? Yeah, this what he does? No, sir. No, sir. Um, that's not good. You name me a heavyweight that Anthony Joshua's fought that has Andy Ruiz's speed and punching power and boxing ability. Explode and young. Ain't a good mix. It is not a good mix. And he's got his hands are quick as it is, and he hasn't got 5 weeks to prepare this time. So he needs to get Ruiz needs to be quicker and faster. That's quicker and faster. And watch Anthony Joshua jig. To me, it sounds to me, by the way Joshua's talking, I just need to get the win. The way he's sounding, I've heard many fighters talk in rematches saying, I just need to get the win. And that sounds to me like, I don't care how ugly it is, I just need to get the win. Sounds to me that you're looking to jab and move and box for this next fight. But that's not your style. That's not your style. You watch AJ's opponents. Who's got speed of hand and explosive power, good on the inside, has got good amateur pedigree and background, young. Do you know what I mean? That yeah, Sean, good to see you, bro. That this stuff is worrying. Go back and look at the video yourself. Go back and check the video yourself. This stuff, Parker. I'll behave yourself, man. Behave yourself about Parker. Parker was scared of Joshua. He was scared of Joshua. He was intimidated by Joshua. No one. You look at the last guy that Joshua fought that had that sort of style was the guy that was whooping his ass in the amateurs. Ruiz one of the best footwork of AJ opportunity too. Yeah, of course. But he's a well-rounded boxer puncher. He's a well-rounded boxer puncher. Right? And a lot of people are now catching on to Andy Ruiz, but Andy Ruiz was always dangerous. And if you look at it, take the Josie Parker fight aside, because Josie Parker and Ruiz had fought in America or anywhere else but Josie Parker's backyard, Ruiz would still be an unbeaten fighter. And that's why I saw Ruiz coming into this fight, an unbeaten fighter. You're having a laugh. He was scared, but he amateur pedigree. Plus the last man to beat Ruiz was Parker. Oh dear. Oh gosh. We have a troll in the room. We have a troll in the room. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. The judges gave it to Parker, but there's no way Parker won that fight. Parker did not win that fight. Parker did not win that fight. Okay, so behave yourself. Yes, Hamza, good to see you in the room. So, like I say, go back to the fight. And Parker doesn't throw his punches with the bad intent that Ruiz does. Short, squat, different. Parker had a good game plan. Yeah, don't get knocked out. That's Parker's game plan. Why is people talk about Parker like he's something great? Parker's not a great fighter. He's got the potential to be a very good fighter, but not under this current trainer. Okay, Parker is a good fighter, and I love Parker, man. Parker's like my bro. It's like my brother. But under his current trainer, his potential to grow as a fighter is very much stunted. Parker had a good game plan. Like I said before, Parker's game plan was to get in, get out, don't get knocked out. Do you think AJ has got the punch to knock him out clean? No. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I think I think speed times strength equals power. How many world class heavyweights has he knocked out? He didn't knock Parker down. White knocked him down, right? He didn't knock down Takam. Takam was knocked out by Chisora. Those are two fights right there. Two fights right there. You have to look at and go, Joshua is an effective fighter coming forward. But on this fight, when he fights against Andy Ruiz, he knows if he comes forward, in this fight and opens up, he'll get knocked out again. So I'm a bit concerned. Let's see what people say now. Sheffield score, check my head, I don't know. It's a shame Parker has all the ingredients, big man, with fast hands. I know. He has all the ingredients to be a very good champion, but not under that training he's got. I know I'm late, but I don't like Parker's temperament. I like he fights not to lose. Same with Danny Jacobs, he's got that. Yeah, absolutely there. I disagree. AJ can KO Ruiz, and especially now that Ruiz downsized. Oh, Lord. Okay. When Joshua hit Ruiz with his best punch, Ruiz went down. He got up. And did you see the punch after when Joshua got up? When Ruiz got up. And Joshua hit him again clean with the right hand. And Ruiz walked straight through it. Did you see that? Did you go back and watch it on tape? Ruiz ain't getting hit with him punch again. I'm telling you, he ain't getting hit with him punch again. Big up. That troll in the room who keeps posting under boxing name is Ruben Guerrero. Right, I know. That's something that can't be taken from him. What is punching power? You guys put a lot of stock in AJ. That is, I'm sad to say, that is not. He's a good boxer that has been overinflated, and that's the problem. He's been overinflated. This is not a video game. And that's why I broke it down to you exactly how Ruiz could beat AJ. If you go back and look at my preview to the fight, I broke it down to you exactly how it would happen. And exactly how it would happen is exactly how AJ got beat. AJ might need a lucky punch from the gods. Exactly. Dude, you KO people when they don't see the punch. Ruiz is a brilliant fighter, and he saw that punch, and he stepped back. Okay, mate. Yeah. Okay. So going back to what I saw of the video of Anthony Ruiz. For those who want to listen to the what this video is about, as I said, fighters fight in patterns. It don't matter if your name's Anthony Joshua, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. Fighters fight in patterns. They fight with various moves. They've certain moves they do over and over and over and over again. Shadow boxing, like I said. So Joshua's upper body movement is pretty stiff, and he does the same things over and over again. You know, bam, you watch him on tape. He does the same things over and over again, and he's easy to time. I said it before. His jab is not very good. And when I talked to you about the breakdown in the first fight, all Ruiz needed to do is move his head to a bit. If you don't like the video, mate, come off. This is a Andy Ruiz video. If you want an AJ video, go watch an AJ video. This is Andy. Exactly. Somebody block this guy. Get this guy off the channel, please. Please get this guy off the channel. He's a troll. So back to the Andy Ruiz thing. I was talking about AJ. Fighters fight in patterns, and because they fight in patterns, hello, my brother. Fighters fight in patterns, and because they fight in patterns, they leave footprints. Right? And it's very few fighters that are able to adjust their style to be able to make adjustments on the fly. Very few fighters can do it. Very few fighters. For the most part, if you look at Joshua, in his fights. He does the same thing happens over and over again. Go in, hit a guy with a right hand, they fall over. And then watch the fights where he gets resistance. White, Klitschko, the Takam fight, the Povetkin fight, early when Povetkin hit him. Watch how he fights then. You know, it's all right, well and good. It's all well and good being on the front foot and being the big man and hitting a guy and him falling over. But what do you do when a guy hits you with shots and you start to back up and curl up in a ball? These are the things that are not going to go away. These things won't go away in 3 or 4 months of camp. Those are things that are psychological. Those are things that are psychological. And no amount of, in between the first fight and the second fight, no amount of drilling is going to get that out of AJ. And this, you can't train this. This doesn't get stronger, right? If you can't take a punch or you have a problem taking punches, if your defense isn't very good and you're an offensive fighter and your first move is to open up and throw punches, and when you open up and throw punches, that's when you're exposed and that's when you leave yourself open. That's a problem. And AJ likes to come forward. So his best bet in this fruit match is to learn to use the jab better, keep Ruiz at distance, use the uppercut more, tie Ruiz up, lean on him, and lean down on him. Now, again, there's a problem with that. But we're going to talk about that when I do the AJ breakdown, right? Because when you lose weight, the whole thing that you've built your career on being a big man, big muscles, on being really big and strong, the things you've built your career on, you're now pulling it apart in your rematch. We'll talk about that anyway. But we'll talk about in the second video. But in this first video, going back to those who've just come in, my concerns of when I'm watching Andrew Ruiz on the bag, it looks like he's mimicked Joshua's style to a T, to the point where he's moving his shoulders, the way he moves his shoulders. That's not going to change. This bouncing is not going to change. None of that's going to change. So it might be the fact that Ruiz is looking to catch him as he looks to throw his own punches, because Joshua's going to have to throw punches. And I think that's where Ruiz is going to look to catch and counter, as Dillian Whyte did. Sky Sports Preview said AJ lands 1 to 5 jabs. Wilder, Price, Pulev, White have better jabs for me. I've said to you, Joshua's jab is inexistent. Some people really don't know what they're talking about with boxing. LOL. His body is so clunky on basic foot, and he covers his eyes with his gloves, so you can't see when he's being attacked exactly. AJ needs to get out of that amateur mode to pro. I know. AJ should have took Lennox's Lewis offer up. Yep. The problem with that is that if AJ does that, he'll probably get complacent after 7-8 rounds and go back to type, then KO. He's going to go back to type anyway. As soon as he gets hit around the whiskey, he's going to go back to type. No amount of what he's doing now, but we'll talk about that and the sparring partners afterwards. But at the moment, for what I see of Andy Ruiz, he looks faster, he looks even more vicious, and he looks like he's got AJ times. So when I come back, I'm going to do the AJ version of this. And what I'm seeing of AJ, the sparring partners, and what AJ will need to do for victory. Okay, so I'll be back. So I'll be doing the AJ, I'll be doing the Joshua training videos when I come back. Give me a moment. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.